Yo, if you're trying to build a startup and need money, then these are 8 ways you can raise money for your startup coming from someone who's worked in venture capital. All right, number one, you can reach out to angel investors. These are individual people who invest their own money into startups. They're usually high net worth individuals like doctors, lawyers, dentists, and previous ex-founders themselves. And most of the time you can reach out to these people on LinkedIn or through your school network or through your personal connections. And the goal here is really to convince them on your idea, your product, and your team. And usually these guys move pretty quick. If they like you, they can literally wire you 25K within the same day. All right, second option, you've got your startup accelerator programs. These are super well known like YC and Techstars. You basically give up a small portion of your company up front, but they give you a large amount of cash, mentorship, and access to their investor network. All right, number three, you can reach out to venture capital firms as well as family offices. These are institutions whose whole job is to literally take money and allocate it into startups. My honest recommendation here is to reach out to different associates, analysts. Usually partners at these firms are either busy or hard to come across. So the analysts and associates are your best bet. You can find them on LinkedIn, and you can go to different entrepreneurship events and pitch competitions to meet them there. Once you get your foot in the door, if they like you and you fit their investment thesis, then there's a small chance that they could invest in you. It is on the harder side to get a VC to invest in you unless you're really the top 1% of startups, but definitely don't let that discourage you. You should reach out to and make as many connections in the VC space as possible because you never know what doors they're going to open for you. Fourth, you can look into government funding. Now, this is one that I think is really slept on. There are a lot of really great city and local funding opportunities that are completely non-dilutive. Like there's a city in North Texas called McKinney, and they have an innovation fund that literally gives up to $200K in non-dilutive funding for startups. And that can even go higher the bigger the company you are. There's a lot of state innovation grants, tons of federal grants, Department of Defense grants. So I would say in here, if you could do a little bit of research in your local area or just in your broader state, there's definitely some potential here to receive some funding. Fifth, you can go with crowdfunding, like your typical ones like Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Six, we've got university or research funding. Universities have a lot of research grants they can give people, or they have clubs and organizations that can give you money and grants for startups. Some universities even run their own venture capital program or accelerator program that you can be a part of if you're part of that school or part of that alumni network. Number six, you've got competitions and prize monies. Especially if you live in a major city, there are tons of startup pitch competitions, hackathons, case competitions, corporate innovation challenges, and tons of programs like these where if you enter the competition and win, you can get cash prizes up to like 10 grand, sometimes even 20, 50 grand, depending on the organization and the prize. Seventh, if you're a little bit more flexible to relocate or travel, there are actually countries who will pay for you to go work and live in their country, like Canada, Singapore, Estonia, New Zealand. They're usually like immigration, entrepreneurship visas with cash grants attached to them. Hope this helps. Peace.